everyone, I'm Nancy Gaetano, and today I'm going to show you how to make my no-bake chocolate eclair cake with a simple chocolate ganache step by step. So let's get to baking.
Now I'm going to start with making the pudding, and I'm pouring 3 cups of cold milk into a large bowl. Now for the pudding, I'm using vanilla pudding. Each package is 102 grams, so that's 204 grams of the vanilla pudding powder. So I'm placing it into the milk, and then once I have it in the milk, I'm going to mix it. I'm actually going to whisk it in. You can use your hand blender, and I'm going to whisk it for a few minutes until the crystals have dissolved and it's well combined. Now my pudding is ready. I'm going to place it in the refrigerator to set for about 5 minutes and move on to the next step. Next, I'm pouring 2 cups of cold whipping cream into my stand mixer, and using my whisk attachment, I'm going to mix the whipping cream until it reaches a firm peak that looks just like this. And you're ready for the next step. Now 5 minutes have gone by, my vanilla pudding is set. I'm going to combine the whipping cream with the vanilla pudding. Now to combine the vanilla with the whipping cream, I'm folding it in. Now the vanilla will give the whipping cream the sweetness, so you don't need to add any sugar to the whipping cream. And then you end up with a beautiful, fluffy, delicious vanilla whipping cream mixture that looks just like this. Now we're ready to move on to the next step. Now moving on, you're going to need a 9x9 casserole dish. You're also going to need about 15 graham crackers, and I'm going to start off by layering the bottom of the dish with about 4 crackers. Now you can see they're too big to put in the edge, so you're going to have to break them apart and fit them in the open spaces. It's just like a little puzzle. Now we're ready to move on to the next step. Now that I have my first layer of graham crackers, I'm going to place my first layer of the vanilla and whipping cream mixture. Now that I have the cream mixture in, I'm going to just flatten it out, make it nice and even, make sure that the graham crackers are covered. Okay, now moving on to the next layer. I'm going to place another layer of graham crackers, just as I'm doing here, and you get the idea. It's 1 layer of graham crackers, 1 layer of the vanilla and whipping cream mixture, and I'm going to continue doing this until I reach the top layer of the crackers. Now I'm making 2 trays. I'm making a 9x9, which is this one, a 9x3 for my daughter, or you can easily make a 9x13. And what you want to do as you're placing the layers of graham crackers, you might have to break them in little pieces to ensure that all of the cream is covered with the graham crackers. Now moving on to the next layer, and then I'll show you the top layer. Now I have 2 layers of graham crackers. This is the 3rd layer. This is going to be the final layer of the graham crackers. So 3 layers of graham crackers, 2 layers of the cream, and you're going to work it around with the crackers where you want to make sure it's completely covered. Now the top, you see the edge there? I'm just going to cut it into smaller pieces and then fit them on the edges to make sure that the cream is completely covered. This is the last layer of the graham crackers, which is the top of the eclair cake. And now that it's assembled, I'm going to place it in the refrigerator and prepare my chocolate ganache for the topping. Okay, now to prepare the chocolate ganache, I'm going to place 1 cup of whipping cream in a small pan, turn on the heat, let it come to a boil, and once the whipping cream comes to a boil, and it will look just like this, you'll see the whipping cream start frothing and bubbling. You're going to turn off the heat, and I'm going to bring the whipping cream to the counter and prepare the chocolate ganache. Let's make the chocolate ganache starting with 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips, and then I'm going to pour the hot whipping cream right into the bowl. Now I want to make sure that the chocolate chips are completely covered. I'm going to let it sit for a couple minutes, let the cream do its thing and melt the chocolate. And after a couple minutes, you're going to use a whisk to bring it together. So I'm going to whisk in the whipping cream into the semi-sweet chocolate chips. And you'll see as you're mixing it, it will thicken and the ganache will start forming. Now the chocolate at this point is completely melted. You're just going to continue mixing until the ganache forms for a few minutes. And that's it. It's that easy. You get a silky and smooth chocolate ganache. Now let's move on to the next step. Now to complete the eclair cake, all there's left to do is to pour the chocolate ganache on top of the crackers. I'm going to do a thicker layer of the ganache. You can use a thinner layer. And I'm also going to be using this for 2 eclair cakes. I'm doing a smaller one for my daughter because she loves it. It's a 9x3. And once this ganache is on here, you're going to just smooth it out, even it out, cover the crackers, and that's it. Okay, now I'm ready to place it in the refrigerator. I'm going to place it in there for about 8 hours. You can also place it overnight. Just a little patience, and then I'm going to cut into it and show you what it looks like inside.
All right, I have the chocolate eclair cake out of the refrigerator. This is the next morning. You can leave it in there for 8 hours. It's more than sufficient time. Let me get a corner piece. And another one here. Look at that.
Time to dig in. Now the chocolate has firmed up, but it's slightly soft with the layers of the graham cracker and vanilla and whipping cream. This eclair cake is delicious, easy to make, and just a delight for any time of year.
I'm done. This is just out of this world delicious. Did I say I was done? No. It's super easy, so delicious. I love that combination of the vanilla and the whipped cream and then the chocolate with the graham crackers. The whole combination itself is one of my favorites. It's a very simple cake to make, no bake, and I hope you all enjoy the recipe. And if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Take care.